Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake of RobertoBlake.com helping you create something awesome today. So welcome to another quick Photoshop tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make YouTube channel artwork using Adobe Photoshop and the simple tools here. So what I have is a YouTube channel template, and if you type in YouTube channel art template in Google, you can find templates like these that tell you all the safety margins and the sizes and dimensions that you need. To be able to upload this to YouTube and have it accept it, you need to go ahead and use the maximum dimensions, which are 2560 by 1440. So you'll want to do that, and I would recommend going with 72 or 96 DPI for this in your Photoshop settings when you're exporting it as a JPEG. Because that will help you with the appropriate file size and make sure that it has a good resolution when it's showing up on screens and mobile. So this tells you all of the proper safety margins, and it gives you those guides to be able to use to make your YouTube channel artwork. For context, this is what my current YouTube channel artwork looks like as of the making this video, with my thumbnail profile in there and all of the things. So that's what it would look like. This is the Photoshop layout for me, having used this template and mapped everything out, but I've been thinking of updating this, and I don't know if I'll keep this after this tutorial, so I'm just gonna kind of walk you through some of the basics and like how I would do this, and I'll even use this kind of from scratch here just to kind of set things up. So what I want to do is, I think that I want a different background color. And for now, just because I need these guidelines to work with, I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know that I want this gray, but I'll just start with that as a base for now to get started. And you can see what that looks like there. And so I know that one of the things I want to do is I want to bring in my Always Be Creating logo here to the center. So I'm going to just drag that over. So let me grab that, and this is an Adobe Illustrator file that I'm using, so I'm going to scale that down, and then I'm going to use Control and the right bracket to move that to the front, and you can see that's over that template area. I need a box so that I can just kind of see what's going on, so I'm going to go ahead and use the rectangle tool. I'm going to say that I don't want to stroke around this. I'm just going to make a rectangular box here so that I can see what's going on. I'm just going to move that behind my layer, and I can control this. I can make this whatever color or gradient that I want it to be. So that's actually pretty convenient. I could go to the color picker, and if I want this to be, a nice orange, which is something I had before, I can do that. And so that's exactly what I'll get out of that. And for now, we're going to just kind of roll with that. I may change the colors, or I may make this a gradient, but for now, we'll just work with that because it's actually really convenient for just what we're doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group these, and I'm going to call this channel art, so that I can toggle that, and you can just use Control G to group this stuff, or you can just make a new group folder here in Photoshop with the create new folder. But I'm going to toggle that off so that I can see what we have going on here just in terms of the safety areas. So we can see that, and that looks good. One of the other things I want to do is I think that I want to put one of my mini Roberto characters here to the side. You'll only see it on the desktop version, but that's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. And so what I want to do is, I think I'll use this one. So I'm going to drag him over, and I'm going to size him so that we can see the play button, and so we can see the create something awesome on the t-shirt there, and we're going to do that. Now, there's a problem, or maybe it's not a problem, with the fact that this character is standing off of the area that we have here, which this could be fine if you want this whole thing to show up on a television set instead of just mobile, and this can go ahead and you know, have some overlap here. I'm going to toggle off my guides here just so you start to get a sense of what this looks like without the YouTube guides and the template behind it. And you can see that that's actually not bad. So I could leave it like that, or I could mask this out so that, you know, after this you have it cut really with this rectangle. But I don't think I need to do that because I think this actually works in the context of a full size you know, thing that would work on a television screen in terms of full size layout. So I'm actually okay with this for right now, and I just have to decide, do I want borders on this that show up when it's on a television screen? I think I might for that rectangle. So I can click on this rectangle, go to the rectangle tool, and I can go ahead and I can add a white border, and we'll have that there. So I'm actually okay with this. This actually looks pretty good, and I'm satisfied with that. All right, so we have that there, and I think that that looks good regardless of what color the background is. Actually, I think that looks pretty awesome. You know, as for this rectangle shape, I think that I might want a little bit of a gradient. So I can go to my effects and I can do a gradient overlay. I don't think that I want it to be quite that exaggerated, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit, maybe to about 25%. And so I think that actually looks pretty cool. And I think for the text, I think I want to add a little bit of a drop shadow, not a really heavy one. And I don't think I want it that far away from it. I want just enough to, you know, kind of stand off of it. So I'm just moving this instead of using the distance and doing that manually. I'm just clicking on this and dragging that. I don't think most of you realize you can do that with the drop shadow. So I can literally just eyeball this, and I'm pretty happy with that with the 20% there, because I like subtlety. I like these little subtle things, and you can see that this is already very different than this. By comparison, I think my other one feels slightly, you know, cluttered, but I don't think it was bad. I just kind of like this a little bit more, and I think it kind of fits more with the current direction of my channel. So that's fine. Now, if I like what's going on here, and I do like this one particular thing, and I don't want to have to cut this out all over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do something interesting. I'm going to drag this over here. Yep, that's fine. I'm going to drag this over here because I want to use it again, and I'll show you how I handle the masking to clip this the way that I need it to have that headshot of me in there. And I think that that's going to be fine. So I'll just drag this back up into Photoshop. I don't need it anymore. Thank you. And here's the trick that I'm going to use. I can do this a couple of ways. For one thing, I need to put this behind the ABC, and I think I want to angle it slightly, just a bit. Yeah, I think maybe that's okay. So if I want to make sure that this is cut off in a specific way, there are a couple of things I could do. For one thing, I could just lower it down to here, and that's fine. But if I don't want this overlap, what I can do is I can put a guide right here that's going to help me with eyeballing this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my rectangular marquee tool, and I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to create a mask, and you'll notice what that did. That cut off right where I needed it to, and so that's fine. And if I want to select this mask, I can move it up just a nudge if I think I needed to. And actually, let me click this so that the mask is unlinked, so I can just move the mask, because I think I needed to move it up a pixel. No, it was fine. We can zoom in just to make sure. Yeah, it's right there on the line, so it's perfect. Alright, so that's where I need the mask to be. And so far, this actually looks fine. This is actually similar to what I have going on over there. And then if I select my smart object, I can just move that in. I think that's probably a little closer to what I had, because the placement for that was fine. So I think that this actually looks pretty good. And if I wanted to do something else just to kind of make what the channel is about very clear, I can go ahead and add something just like I did in my original channel artwork. A lot of times you'll want to add something that tells people either your upload schedule or what the value proposition of the channel is. Just, something to make things less confusing, make things perfectly clear. And so what I could do with this is I could select my rectangle tool. In this case, I think I'm going to use, just go ahead and use a 2 pixel stroke here. We'll see. I think this is fine. I'll need to bring this up in the layer hierarchy a bit. And what I want to do is I want this to have a fill of maybe something like, I don't know, like 40%, something like that. We'll see how I feel about it. I think that's fine. And then I'll use white text. Definitely going to need to make this smaller, maybe 30 points or so. We'll see. And this is going to say, definitely can make that smaller than 30 points. Need to bring that down. Creative entrepreneurship. All right, so that looks pretty good. And I want to know that this is in the center of everything, so I'll just center align it based on that instead of eyeballing it, and I will do the same here, and that tells me that that's the center. Okay, good. All right, that's pretty good. That's close to what I had over here. I think the difference is minor, and I think that the difference is, I think the way that YouTube handles this, that I need to shrink this just a little bit, and then it's probably fine. And again, I'm trying to get this close to my overall original here, because like I did that stuff in the first iteration of this for a reason, and it's because it worked. So okay, this isn't bad overall. In my case, I think I want this more than 50% opacity though. I think I want it closer to 75 or 80. And then in terms of the actual shape here, I think I want to give it a little bit more breathing room. I think it actually looks a lot better like this, to be honest, and I may end up just using this as the new YouTube channel artwork. So ultimately, kind of what I've shown you here, and I think that there's still a little bit of room for improvement. I think that I can shrink this down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Alt and scale that down from the top. And I'm just doing this. I prefer to work with my eyes rather than making sure that all this is quote unquote perfect a lot of the time. So you'll have to kind of just humor me on that a little bit. All right, and I'm just making sure that I have all this under artwork here, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these guides back on just so you get a sense of what's going on. All right, so as you can see, I've got everything that I really need is within the margins of safety here for the desktop. So everything that I really need to have in the center is in the center. So that actually works out really well for me, and it balances out pretty well visually. It is going to be slightly left heavy on this side, but I'm okay with that, and I kind of need it to be. And this will play out very well in previews and on the mobile app. And then we know that over on the other side that's where, if we look at what my old channel art was, we know that, okay, this will be balanced out fine here. And if I want to, let's say I do want to add my hashtags in, then I know more or less where I can put those within the margin of safety. I can just bring down another margin here for myself and know, okay, put them there so it's not hitting my profile picture. And so I can go ahead and I can add those hashtags so people know what to hit me up with in social media, and that would work out just fine. So I really do like this approach to doing the YouTube channel artwork. In my case, I think this works out. And for a lot of you, just doing very simple things like this, going ahead and knowing, you know what, let me put something interesting on that, far right side to balance out where the profile picture will be, centering your text, making it simple, using gradients. These are all straightforward things that will make your YouTube channel artwork better. There are fancier things I could do. I could have put stuff in the background. I've done that before. I could have faded stuff, but this is the simple version of making effective YouTube channel artwork. And I think that this is the approach that a lot of you could take, and you'll get reasonable results. So this is what I was able to do and come up with, pretty much working just with what I had. I had my logo, I had a profile pic that I liked, and I had one graphic element that I really wanted to use. And so ultimately that let me produce pretty nice overall YouTube channel artwork that has good visual balance, good coloring, and I'm pretty happy with it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want me to do some more tutorials showing you how to do social media stuff in Photoshop, whether it's doing other examples of YouTube channel artwork, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram things, let me know in the comment section. Also, let me know what software tutorials you want me to cover. Do you want me to cover some other free programs and apps? Do you want more Premiere Pro video editing tutorials? Let me know that stuff in the comment section too. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the other awesome stuff on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, create something awesome today. Take care.